Welcome back to the channel. Today we're on a road trip in the Acura TLX PMC Edition over there, and I'm coming to you from just outside the small mining town of Jerome. It's about 2 hours north of the Phoenix area. We're on a little overnight trip for a couple different reasons. First of all, it's a few degrees cooler than down in Phoenix. We're going to be at the hotel tonight about a mile above sea level, so 5,300 feet or so. In addition to that, there's a couple different attractions that I'm going to be introducing you to over in Jerome, about 2 miles up the hill here. Super fun twisty roads, by the way, amazing curves for those who are into a little bit of spirited driving. We're going to have lunch at the Haunted Hamburger, which speaks for itself in terms of the name. Hope we'll see some cool stuff in there. We're also going to visit the Gold King Mine, which apparently has a collection of classic cars on the premises that we'll walk through and see what they've got. And then last but not least, we're going to spend the night up on top of the hill at a former hospital. It's called the Jerome Grand Hotel. It's supposedly haunted. It sat dormant for about 44 years before being reopened in the 90s as a hotel. And the hotel's restaurant on site is called Asylum, so we'll hit that for dinner tonight. And other than that, just kind of enjoying a beautiful sunny day in Arizona. So let's go see what Jerome has to offer. Gonna pause just for a second here because you can see on top of the hill there is the hotel. Right there. So right off the bat we see these narrow curvy roads. That's because this town was never really designed with the intent of catering to modern traffic. In fact, it dates back to 1876 when there were 3 prospector mine claims in the area. I believe those were pretty quickly depleted. The city now primarily survives on tourism, and that's part of the reason we're up here today. It's a pretty off-peak day right now, being late July as I film this, and also the middle of a week, which is good because this parking lot, which is free parking, fills up to the brim on weekends during the peak season. So we're going to park right here and head down to the older district of town and grab our lunch. Here's the driveway to the hotel where I'll be staying tonight. It's pretty rickety. There's a sidewalk over here on the left. But let's go take a glimpse at this place. I can't check in until 4 p.m. Just kind of want to take a peek at it. Oh yeah, it's a little ways up there, so I'm gonna wait and come back later with the car when it's time to check in. But overlooking the valley here, not thrilled about seeing a gravel road in the TLX, but that's okay. It's worth it. Just paid my admission. We're going to wander down. Looks like they call this section here lower truck loop for obvious reasons. So let's check that out. Actual mine here, 1,200 feet deep, closed in 1914. So that's where we'll be heading to the hotel in a minute. I'm just going to explore a little bit further up the road, southbound. This goes to Prescott, if you stay on it long enough. There's a better look at the hotel above. You've got to be kidding me. I'm in the middle of nowhere, and this, what? Further investigation in just a little bit. Pretty cool. Okay, we are all set, room 22 for the night, and two keys, because one is for the old school Otis elevator that has key access, and the second one is to the room itself. So let's get our luggage and go settle in. So I failed to mention earlier, I think, maybe I did. This building was opened as a hospital around 1926, 100 years ago, and operated until 1950 as a hospital, then was vacant for 44 years, purchased in 94 by a local businessman who converted it to hotel space. It's been like that for about the last 30 years. So this is an old hospital room, and it's pretty good. Let's try the elevator. No idea what I'm doing here. So turned it on. Holy. All right, guess I did it right. here's the restaurant. It's called Asylum. I'm just gonna get a beverage for right now, but I'll try the full menu later on. Just had a quick bevy inside here, and here's the parking lot. There's my car. The restaurant level is on level 2, so you enter sort of down there. Apparently the lobby is where the emergency room used to be when this was operating as a hospital. The gal here at the bar said that every day at 11:48 a.m. an alarm still goes off that would be for telling the miners to take their lunch. So a little bit of history. I'm wondering if we could figure out which of these rooms is mine. I know I look out on this parking lot. I believe it to be maybe that one. Oh, this is cool. So I just walked out of my room, which is 22, and this is the diagram for the hospital floor plan when it was operating as such. So here we go. There's the elevator, which is right next to me, and there's a landing on either side of it. This staircase comes down, this one goes up. So my room is right across, let's see, 22. This is me right here. Consultation room. Linoleum floor, cement base, metal trim. And I'm right between a doctor's office and a reception room. Also on the floor was a private ward, nurse's chart room, x-ray room, dark room, and these different wards, they call them. Cool. All right, here's what you call dinner with a view. Here's the restaurant, here's my table, and there's my car right outside the door or the window. So the night was pretty uneventful after all. I did sleep with a loud fan on and the bathroom light on and a little bit of ambient music. To be honest, it was pretty chill. That picture over there is moving. Anyway, had a little bite to eat downstairs, just a muffin and some OJ. Beautiful views out here this morning. We're gonna take a little bit of a different route home through 89A, which is a fun twisty two-laner that will drop us down into the Prescott area. Just wrapped up my trip to Jerome in the TLX. The car's about to roll 18,000 miles, but I wanted to show you this cool kind of display board that I had made up. When I got the car from Acura, there were a few things that did accompany it, but I wanted to get something like what they had at the actual car shows. So I had a picture of what that was, but I didn't have the actual physical foam core or display board. So I had this thing made up and it just arrived today. I thought it was a kind of cool summary about the car in terms of its features and equipment back when that launch took place in April of 2019. So car did awesome, had a lot of fun putting some miles on it. Obviously we'll need a bath here now that it's got some dust all around it, but we'll have fun with it on a future trip again soon, I hope. So thanks for checking it out and we'll talk to you soon.